Over the years, providers of homeless services have had to expand their programs to ensure success in moving men and women out of homelessness. These organizations depend on support from a state budget line item that gives $44 million to providers across the Commonwealth. But experts say that funding is just not enough. Boston's annual homeless census shows that the number of people living in emergency shelters had ticked up 11% statewide. The number of homeless is up 8% since 2012. Now providers across the state are collaborating in a group called the Coalition for the Homeless Individuals to reach out to state leaders about the need for funding. Urban Update welcomes two leaders of Boston homeless programs who will be speaking about what the state can do to fight the growing crisis. Karen Lafrazia, Executive Director of the St. Francis House. She's worked in this field for the last 25 years. Under her leadership, St. Francis House has become a model of service for the poor and homeless. And we also have Reverend John Samaan. For more than 20 years, he has served as president of the Boston Rescue Mission and serves on the executive board of the Massachusetts Shelter and Housing Alliance. Welcome to Urban Update. Thanks for coming in. Karen, let me start with you with more about this Coalition for Homeless Individuals and how it got started.
Sure. Probably about 3 years ago, we started to see this significant increase in the numbers of people experiencing homelessness. And I think the challenge there was while we were seeing more young adults, more veterans, more elderly, what we weren't seeing was an increase in the amount of funding to take care of these people. And so a small group of us got together and realized that for about 14 years we hadn't seen any increase in funding. So while the numbers were increasing, the dollars were not. And we were actually becoming very innovative about the ways in which we could help folks. But it really reached a point where we needed to bring the message to the state legislature and our elected officials and help them understand that the number of people who are homeless were expanding and the resources were not. And so we've 3 years ago formed a coalition. It was a loose coalition, and now we're a statewide entity, and so we have representatives from the western part of the state, from Quincy, and it's probably over a dozen of us now reaching out.
Okay. Now, could both of you, Karen and John, talk about a few of the things that the St. Francis House and the Boston Rescue Mission do on a daily basis to help people who are homeless? Perhaps you first, John?
Sure, absolutely. What's important to understand is that we don't only serve meals and shelter people. This is an important part of it because we need to meet people where they're at, where they come to us. But we provide an array of very intensive programs to help people break the cycle of homelessness. We provide job programs, we provide substance abuse programs. Our success rate in substance abuse programs helping people break the cycle of homelessness is 70%. We help people go back again, move to their homes, back again with their families, get jobs, or find housing.
We've got I want to go to get this little clip in here. We've got a short clip, a woman named Rose and her journey. Let's take a quick look at this video and we can talk about it on the other side.
Excellent.
Roll it.
St. Francis helped me be a person again. I got a doctor, I got a therapist, I got a psychiatrist. It helped me with food stamps, it helped me with clothing. Everything was here under this roof of St. Francis House.
She came to St. Francis House looking for a second chance, and with that second chance, she entered the Moving Ahead program. She went through the intensive 14 weeks, and she graduated the program and just has blossomed into a wonderful leader, not only to the current students, but also to the alumni that come in.
Okay, very interesting video there. Karen Lafrazia, one thing I wanted to ask you about, the thing that you need is money. You need help. What's happening with the legislature?
So we're going into a new budget year right now. The legislature will be discussing what the budget will be for the upcoming year. It would be incredibly important that our elected officials understand that people who are homeless need resources and that those resources help end the cycle of homelessness for people. So we would love to have our elected officials embrace an increase in the line item that funds our programs. And anybody who's watching the show can call somebody.
Okay, and we'll give our viewers just look at some information on the screen there where they can get more information. And Reverend John Samaan, very briefly, what's the most important thing you'd like everyone to take away from this segment today?
Well, I think with the increase of heroin addiction, opiate addictions, it's important to be able to provide more funding to help people break that cycle of addictions. And homeless people struggle with this addiction. It's very important for us to be able to provide some support for that.
Thank you very much, Reverend John Samaan and Karen Lafrazia. Thank you all for coming in, and good luck in getting help with a very, very important issue. Well, that's it for this edition of Urban Update. For the entire team here, I'm Byron Barnett. Have a great Sunday, everyone.